Dudes, Alex Forrest here in Tim Powers. This is a little bit of a promo, really, a sell of our services and of the courses. So if you're looking for one of our regular vlogs or podcasts, then just skim this. This will be 24 karat sell, yeah, which is something that we all kind of need to learn. Perhaps it'll be interesting for you to watch this to see how well we deliver the sell. You've seen it,
yeah.
Boom. That's right, you say shit like that, boom.
And talking
4 days of intensive coaching, consultation, 15 hours exposed with some of the best daytime approach coaches that the planet has ever produced.
Absolutely, and I noticed you said bling there, and I just want to...
No, you said boom. Did I say bling?
You did, but I want to zero in on the bling, because the thing is, what we're teaching you guys, no amount of bling can buy you, no amount of physical material wealth, no amount of gold. We all start, to borrow a martial arts analogy, when it comes to talking to girls in the daytime, we all start off as white belts. We all start off as white belts, no bling. We all start off on an even playing field.
Aren't there naturals who are born with a black belt?
Well, they don't even know this conversation's happening if that's the case, so...
They come out of the mother's womb doing karate chops on the midwife.
Yeah, exactly. Easy come, easy go.
No, there aren't any real naturals. I think naturals are guys who've just learnt this stuff during their school days.
Agree.
Before we come on to sell our services, and particularly the courses, and give the dates for this year's season of Approach Magic 2024, so stay tuned. I'm just going to have a little mini digression on a mini topic that is just of very real significance to me, because one of the big things that I think the mature dudes suffer from, and by mature, 30-year-old guys think that they're over the hill. I mean, you were confessing to this on the podcast last week, is this idea that I'm too old, which is such a weasel, could be such a sticking point. So I just want to show you this. Number one, here is me, when I was like 22, I'd been invited to a ball in London by my father and his wife, and I brought along the most attractive girl that I knew at university at that time. She was not just a good looker, she was just so charismatic, so fizzy, so socially intelligent as well. Absolutely great girl, great company. And look at me here in that photo. Did we even hold hands?
I guess the answer is no.
I'm afraid the answer is a big no. Now fast forward 25 years, here's this old, slightly fat, but, you know, I don't know, kind of rocking it a little bit.
Better dressed. Better
dressed anyway. But actually, when you look at that old photo and you compare this photo with the lovely Belarusian girl, incidentally, I've just slipped into the shot here, you'll see, guys, you have all the advantages. Poor girls have this narrow window of attractiveness that, you know, the flower fades quite quickly. Now, here's another little clip, and this is a chap in Australia, a guy I really rate if you're interested in courses down in Sydney way, because we went on a course around about the same time, and we went out into the streets together. I had a huge respect for David Thorpe. He really, it might have been of you, he just was there when he saw an attractive girl, and he eventually actually set up his own business as a daytime coach. And he did a very interesting series just recently where he interviewed girls in the streets of Sydney. And about, you know, modern day dating in 2024. Now here's one clip from one girl.
Only good-looking men have a chance with women like yourself.
That is so not true. That is so not true. Like, I would go for personality if a guy has personality and is able to, you know, even if he's not the best looking, if you're able to present yourself well, that's a confidence thing.
Now, you've all seen videos like that. You've all seen girls say stuff, and of course, woke alert, don't believe what girls tell you, just watch what they do, the way they behave.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now, because the girl's quite rightly so, she's sensitive to her social surroundings, far more military-grade radar socially than men, and she doesn't want to upset people, doesn't want to annoy people, she wants to say the right thing. So you would be right in saying to yourself, upon seeing this interview, yeah, but is that really true? What she's saying really true? A girl's really interested in older, ugly guys who have got there, who nevertheless know how to be men and gentlemen. And I cheekily, over the past few months, if I see an older guy with a younger, attractive girl, I just whip out my camera.
Wow, great.
And do cheeky secret filming. And here's one of the guy in a shopping centre going up the escalator. I was like, no, really? He was like me. I saw myself in him because he had a jacket. He was like a professional look or whatever, in my age bracket. And here's another one. Now this is a guy I saw. I was just standing in the queue in Cafe Nero a few weeks ago, and I saw this attractive girl come up to buy a coffee. She must have been early 20s or something. Nice brunette, boots, skirt, nicely dressed and attractive. And then this total nerd hove into view, and he had a rucksack. He was slightly hunched-shouldered. He was like a bit ape-like. He was obviously in IT. And I thought, he went up to the girl, slapped her or something.
Right.
Kind of did one of this, and she laughed.
Yeah.
And he went and got them a table while she got them both a coffee.
Wow.
And the way he behaved was so cool.
Yeah.
And yet he was a nerd, and yet he had. It made me realise basically that looks. Don't be deceived, guys. Yeah, it was the way he was conducting himself that was pressing her triggers and making her attractive. And I'm guessing that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Anyway, there's a clip. So I just wanted to reinforce a point before we get into the course about. It really is not true that you are too old to attract young, attractive women into your life.
I'm not gonna like try and describe why that's true, but I can just say from my own personal experience, my own personal testimony, if that's the right word. I remember one particular occasion when I was living in London, and I didn't even know how old the girl was up until a certain point in time, and then I found out that she was like still legally an adult, but she was a lot younger than I was, and it shocked me at that time because I didn't think like. I know it's not about getting like 18, 19, but I didn't think 18 or 19-year-old girls would be interested in me. But actually, when you take away that whole idea of age, sometimes you find out after the fact. I wasn't deliberately pursuing younger women of that age bracket, but it.
No, and you may not be interested in that age bracket, but it's a good experiment.
Yeah. And
you see, girls just live in a timeless world of. It's funny because when they're young, they don't have a sense of time. In a way, you might have more trouble with a 35 or a 38-year-old girl as a 50-year-old guy than you would with a 25-year-old girl.
Yeah. There's something to be said for that. It's a perspective. I'm not necessarily saying I agree with it, but it's that men, as we get older, we get our knocks and bruises and scars, but they make us stronger. Whereas women, when they are younger, they're less calloused by trauma from ex-boyfriends or the husband or whatever it is.
That really can affect a girl and make her very cautious and shy, and you think, oh, why did he just come out? But girls have real challenges. Challenges of trusting guys.
Oh, big time.
But also, just basically to come back to the point of age. Girls have a narrow window, relatively speaking.
Absolutely.
And guys have this really quite ridiculously elongated.
Massively.
And it's all down to the fact that a girl is attracted to the way a guy conducts himself primarily. That's the starting point that generates attraction for girls. Guys primarily are attracted to the way a girl looks. I think it's more than looks, because I think you're right. It's about the girl's charisma, and this is why online dating can be quite deceptive when you get to meet the girl.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, it's about well, for me personally, it's, and actually Anna, our stylist, she really kind of woke me up to this idea. It's true, is when you see a girl, I think as men we're a lot smarter and less shallow than we give ourselves credit for, in my opinion. When we see a girl, we'll be looking at more than just the way she looks. We'll be looking at how she dresses, how she moves, her style, all those kind of things.
Yeah, and she said on the podcast just the other week that we did on the stories that we tell that, you know, when she was early 20s, she went up to the 40s age bracket.
Yep.
She was looking for a stand-up guy. So there you go. That's by a little way of an important topic. We're now going to sell the course.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that that we do so. I mean, not just sell it, tell you, you know, how it works and why we think it's a quality course.